Last month, I met a Chinese lady who, it turns out, is 28 years old. Let's call her Miss E for the sake of anonymity. I've met Miss E on only 3 occasions all told, together with 2 or 3 emails on a work-related topic travelling back and forth over the ether. Each time we talk, one of the main topics of conversation, apart from work, has been her asking me if I knew of any single guys who were looking for a girlfriend. Perhaps nothing unusual in that, except she told me that it was imperative that she find someone, anyone, before the 2nd week of November. Why the hurry, I ask her. You're still young, your biological time clock still has plenty of shelf life. What's the big deal? Okay, so I'm still relatively new to China, you can tell. Otherwise, I would be all clued up as to that special date in the singles calendar, 11th of November, Singles Day, Guangunjie. The name of the festival, for want of a better word, can roughly be translated as bare branch, a tree with no leaves representing a person with no other half. And for many, this is regarded as a single day of shame for singles. Certainly my new acquaintance was mortified that at 28 years old she was already on the shelf, likely to spend the rest of her life as a lonely old maid, or so her parents would have her believe. This year, having 6 ones in the date, 11-11-11, is likely to see a larger than usual celebration. Super Singles Day, as some are calling it. Not, as some might suggest, a day of fun and friendship, but in reality a day of pity, emptiness, and a search for romance. The symbolism of the 6 lonely ones needs no further explanation. Pity the millions of poor bare branches who are forced to receive Singles Day cards from their paired-up friends, to attend Singles Day dances with hundreds of other desperate love-seekers, or listen to their parents for the umpteenth time telling them that it's high time they found a partner. It's said that Singles Day was started down south in Nanjing by some single college students around 15 years ago. Tradition has it that you eat 4 fried dough sticks to represent the 4 ones, and 1 steamed bun to represent the dot in 11.11. And all being well, you might just be lucky enough not to be celebrating Singles Day next year. Presumably then, our single friends will need to eat 6 dough sticks and 2 steamed buns this year, hoping, of course, that it doesn't go straight to their hips. While relatively obscure in most other countries, Singles Day is likely to increase in prominence as more single men in China are unable to find female partners. According to a recent study by the Beijing Statistics Bureau, there are already 104 men for every 100 women in the capital. The one-child policy and the tendencies of many couples to prefer to have a boy rather than a girl didn't help matters either. In an online survey, 35% of respondents said the main reason why people are single in Beijing is the narrow social networks they're able to build up. With education being viewed so highly, something that many Westerners could no doubt learn from, the pursuit of academic advancement comes at a cost. And with many dormitory rooms having 8 or more pupils in one suite, it's not conducive to having one's soulmate around for the night. Similarly, dating in restaurants can be expensive. And this is just one of the reasons that on any night of the year you'll see couples sitting together, sometimes shivering together, on park benches as they build a virtual protective wall around their common oneness. As one commentator noted, Western couples drink and dance together, but in China we study together. Of course, there are 2 sides to every coin, and profitable business opportunities seem to be everywhere around this time. Indeed, if anything, this holiday proves to be a fine example of modern-day capitalist China. All sorts of featured gifts for Singles Day have swept the internet shopping stores, such as T-shirts with the characters meaning "I'm not lonely" printed on them. Taobao, China's largest online retail platform, reported a transaction volume of 900 million yuan during last year's Singles Day promotion, and many more online shops have joined the campaign this year. There is also Beijing's first love supermarket in Shijimen, where singles can pay 99 RMB to hang their photo on a wall for other singles to view, along with vital statistics such as age, salary, occupation, hometown, and height, all of which must be verified. Trawling the internet, almost every click on 111111 takes you to a dating site, one of which, jiayuan.com, boasts over 26 million users and holds an annual party for singles with an entry price of 111 RMB. Subtle, what? Of course, some actually do strike lucky on this day, and some actually hold their wedding on November the 11th because the 4 or 6 ones of the date can also be read as "You are my special one," or "You are the only one for me." In fact, in Hong Kong, the date is special for lovey-dovey couples, as the two 11s are spelled out as one by one, side by side. We all know, however, that the grass is always greener on the other side, which probably explains why Singles' Day is not only applicable to single people, but for married people too. Some couples choose to divorce on this day and turn back to being single. In fact, in a recent survey, some 70% of married office workers in the capital said that they missed their single days. The online survey, which was conducted during a 2-week period among 1,000 office workers from Beijing and 2,000 white-collar workers from other big cities, shows that nearly 58% of married respondents miss being single, a fifth of these saying they miss the old days frequently. As Wikipedia wryly points out, Romeo and Juliet dated, but it did not end well. I was somewhat taken aback, though, when I read in a newspaper report that was headlined 10 famous single men in history, the 3rd position was taken by Queen Elizabeth I, and 7th place was held by Jane Austen. This might have explained why they remained single all their lives. I think someone might have told them, don't you? Meanwhile, if anybody knows of any guy going spare, please let me know, and I will pass on his details to Miss E. Just so long as he has personality, wit, and charm, a modicum of money in the bank. Oh, and he isn't likely to do a runner at the first mention of the word marriage.